I really wish I could have saved her. 2 years ago this month, May, she passed away. Stage 4, colon cancer. But my mom, she was a warrior. She was a trooper. When the doctors had told her, they'd given her like 2 years to live. And she was a fighter. She lived another like 6 years. But then she lost her fight. It was devastating. I remember, I was living out in California, so I wasn't really near her when she went through it and going through it. My father would take care of her every day, make sure she had her, her pain meds, all of her medications that she needed, and really just cared for her. And it was hard for me being out in California so far away. And I remember my dad calling me and telling me that she had fallen and she was too weak to get up, and that he had to take her to the hospital. So, of course, every day I'm messaging him and saying, is she okay? What's going on? Do I need to come home now? Like, I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. So the last conversation that I had with her was on Mother's Day. And I didn't know what to say to her. But the last thing that she said to me was, I love you, baby. And I said, I love you too, Mama. That was Mother's Day. And then a week later, which was I think it was the following Sunday, they were going to try to take her home and move her so she could die at home. And the doctor said that if they moved her, she would die right away. She was too weak. So they had to move her to the hospice section in the hospital. So that was like a week after the Mother's Day that I spoke to her. So my dad then told me that I really should come home immediately. So I remember I had to book a flight. I remember I had to take 2 planes back. It was just, whew. I was like, can I just get home already? I was like, I just want to get home. I need to see her. I was freaking out. I just didn't want to miss, I didn't want her to pass away without me being able to see her to say my final goodbye. So I finally made it back. 2 planes, overnight red-eye flights and stuff. And so I remember I got to the hospital Everything was a blur. I don't know. I was just rushing. I wanted to see her. I had to see her. And then when the nurse took me back to see her, I came close. I was walking towards her room, and she was on the left of me, and I looked over, and there she was. Just laying there with, I don't know, just tubes coming out of her arms, and just, she looked in so much pain. So much pain. So I stayed with her, just myself, the whole night, and I watched her every move, and it was very painful for me to see her in pain, and I couldn't do anything to take that away for her, The next day, my dad came with my brother and my sister, and we all said our final goodbyes. And we left, I don't know, maybe between 11 a.m. and noon. And then a few hours later, it's like 2 in the afternoon, something like that, I got the call that she had passed away. She was that strong. She was holding on. She had to hold on so she could say goodbye to all of us. Oh my God. I still can't believe that's 2 years this month. It's only been 2 years, and it feels like an eternity that she's been gone. So we had her funeral pretty fast. I think she passed away on a Wednesday. We had her funeral on a Friday. In the Jewish tradition, it's said that you're supposed to have the funeral pretty fast after the death. Not sure why. It's just the way it is. So we had her funeral that Friday, and oh my God, it was it was so hard. I mean, I was the only one that could speak. My dad and my brother and sister, they couldn't talk. There's no way. So I was the one that spoke at her funeral, and it was hard for me, but I had to remember, like, I was there first. Nobody knew the stories of my mother and I, because it was her and I before anybody else. So I was the one that had to speak. And I got through it. I don't know how I did, but I did. And I just want to say, I want to end this video on a happy note. It's like I said, we had a lot of great memories, And I remember our first night as mother and daughter. She wanted it to be special. She wanted to make a nice dinner and, sit at the table and just be happy, So I remember she was in the kitchen, and I smelled something. I was like, what's that smell? Yum, 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 hungry. And she was cooking hamburgers, just cooking up some burgers. And I was sitting at the table, and I was waiting for the hamburgers, a little excited. And then I spilled my milk. Oh my gosh, I accidentally knocked over my milk. And I started crying so hard, and I was so upset. And here was my mom, my new mother. She just wanted to make everything perfect for our first dinner together, you know. And here I was messing it all up, knocking the milk over, you know. And she tried to calm me down. She came over, I remember, she tried to calm me down. She's like, it's okay, Erica. And I was like, I ruined everything. No, Erica. And I wouldn't listen. And then she says, Erica, sometimes these things happen. Even in Australia. And I was like, what? Good distraction tactic, Mom. Yeah. I mean, it worked, right? And I was so baffled as to what she was saying, what she meant. I had no idea. Sometimes these things happen even in Australia. That was a thinker. So, and then like, after she said that, we started laughing, you know, and then I smelled something burning. What's burning? No, the hamburgers! Oh no! So she's running to the hamburgers. She's like, they're burnt, but there she was, scraping those burnt parts off. It's still good. So she's scraping the burnt parts off, I remember. And I remember there being a lot of ketchup that night. A lot of ketchup. And, oh my gosh, it was so funny. Oh, and I remember she was really upset because she burnt the hamburgers because she wanted it to be perfect too, just like I did before I spilled the milk, right? So she just wanted to be perfect and she was so upset. She's like, oh, burnt these damn hamburgers. And I said, Mom, she looked up at me. It's okay. Sometimes these things happen, even in Australia. And we both looked at each other. We started laughing. And I remember asking her, Mom, you think it's going to be a nice day out tomorrow so I can play outside? And she would say, if the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. I was so lucky, so extremely lucky and blessed to have had her as my mother. I will take everything that she has taught me, and I want to be a bringer of peace, love, and light in her honor. She really taught me so much, and it's unfortunate she's not here to continue to teach me things. So, I don't know what else to say, but thank you, Mother, for saving me and for showing me real love. And rest in peace, and your memory will live on, Mother. For sure. Thank you so much for listening to my story. And I just want to end this by saying, look at everything I have went through in my life from 4 years old and on. And again, if you haven't seen my first part of my story, please subscribe, Erica LaFay 1, and subscribe. And you can see my first part of my story. But I just want to say that I have been through so much, and yet I am here today. I am living, I am breathing, and I am proof that you can get through anything in this life. anything. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let life get you down. Don't take the easy way out. Don't commit suicide. Don't bully others. Just please, just lead with love and light. That's what the world needs. The world needs this right now. And I just want you to know that you may be going through what I did, or you are, and I want you to know that you can survive. You can be a warrior. If I can do it, so can you. Okay? I hope this helps somebody out there. I really do. Please look out for more singing videos, and I'm going to be doing some modeling videos as well. Thank you to everyone that is taking the time to listen to my story. Bless you all. Be safe. Love one another. Erica LaFay. Peace out.